Sixtus Ullo, producer extraordinaire, lead producer. For you left the vigor at home. Don't worry, we have enough dosage here. The vigor vaccine is here. It's in the studio. Fear not. Fear not. You will be injected, whether you like it or not. Have you gone for your COVID top-up vaccine?
There's a top-up?
You know, after a while, they were topping up to top up to top up to top up.
The first one, we struggled to take it.
Hey. I think I took mine at the...
I took it because I was at the front line at the time. Media people.
You were an essential worker.
It is today that I am not respected.
Hey, please, your microphone is off. Hey. He thinks I'm joking. His microphone is off. It was quite the feeling. It was quite the feeling. When the police want to stop you, they were telling others, your arguments are for flat. Some of us, our arguments, they were upheld and we were able to move about freely. Interesting times indeed. I think it was March 2nd that at that time, this is 2020, we had announced our first 2 cases. I mean, as soon as I left the house, I was holding my nose, refusing to breathe. The broadcast messages were coming fast. Say if you drink,
everybody saying what you wanted to say.
Somebody say if you breathe after midnight, something. We've been through it.
By June, dear.
And we have survived many a June after. 5 Junes after, we're still standing. All praise goes to the Maker. Indeed. But we're still on 3news.com. A number of interesting stories. And this one here is on our agenda, high up on our agenda this morning. Cancellation of BEC results. Affected students will be officially notified from Monday. That's coming from WAEC. We have some interesting stats as well to back that up. You were listening to IGP Tete Yohonu before that. Before we get into the WAEC business, the countdown is on. Next Tuesday, all roads lead to Akwetia for the by-election. Black Maria. Are you familiar with Black Maria?
It is the way he says it.
Yes.
Black Maria.
Black Maria. It's a prison on wheels.
Black Maria.
now we know Black Maria. Let me get into that. So that is IGP Tete Yohonu letting us know that he has the men and he is very, very ready to ensure that there is...
Are you familiar with Black Maria?
I am not familiar with Black Maria. All right, take a listen. Take a listen to the IGP.
Our highest level of training, and we call it a high-risk operational training ground. And so we have brought men here, quite a large number of men.
Home sweet home.
And these people are trained to handle arms. They are already well-trained police officers, but because we are going to these election grounds, we've decided to come and sharpen their skills towards the Akwetia by-elections. And that brought us here to come and see how prepared they are. Today they are going to Akwetia well prepared so that they can handle all the threats, just to let the whole country know that police, we are ready for the elections, and all the threats we've been hearing from TikToks and all social media has also given us the room to prepare adequately towards the elections, and also to remove fear from people and the electorate in Akwetia that nobody can come to this constituency to come and cause any trouble. And we want to assure Ghanaians that the police is ready to handle any type of thing that may come in Akwetia. We are ready with the men. We have the men. We have the men who can handle this situation. And then our eyes are red for Akwetia, and nobody should think of coming to cause trouble. No political party should mobilize men to come and foment trouble. And nobody should have in mind the intention of snatching a ballot box. We have prepared our men adequately to handle this situation. And that, I informed the political parties as I met them yesterday. What I told them is that we are going in with Black Marias. Do you understand what is Black Maria? Black Maria is the prison on wheel. Yes, we have a truck that is well prepared to keep people who cause trouble, prisoners, we keep them in, and then before finally we discharge them at the police cells or whatever it is. So there is going to be prison on wheel. That will be in Akwetia. The moment you cause trouble, we arrest you, and then we put you in the Black Maria. The word is what? Black Maria. Trouble causers should know that Black Maria will be on the ground. And then we are not going to allow any political party to call us. When their people have come there to cause trouble, if you call us, nobody will listen to you. So now we want to do some small simulation about how our men who are going to conduct the snap checks and those who other perform other duties, they have come here, about 600 men, well prepared, and they will be on the ground in advance to make sure that people who will come to Akwetia armed to come and cause trouble, they should see it that police, we are ready for them. Thank you.
3FM 92.7.
He says the Black Maria.
Black Maria. If you're watching us on Facebook, you see a depiction of the Black Maria.
Tilapia has done Black Maria.
Okay.
Actually, that part, he sounded like Kwame Nkrumah. Black Maria. And the politicians.
Don't call. He said, don't call. When you deploy your macho men, don't call. Some of them will be doing flying kick, whatever. Just don't call. If you are looking for them, locate them in the Black Maria.
Yes.
They will be rounded up. And for those of you who don't know what a Black Maria is, it's a prison on wheels. Come September 2nd, Akwetia by-election.
Has given us a picture of it.
Indeed.
So go on our socials, you see that. We are going in with Black Marias.
He says we will keep those who cause trouble in and discharge them at the police cells. Don't try it.
The IGP is actually fortified enough to do what he says he will do. I hope this was not just for the cameras. Because, look, the anti-vigilantism law is there. That law was passed under emergency. They gathered themselves to Pediase, went and chopped buffets and had big conference and did giddy up and down to pass that law. And they disbanded a good number of the known entities. I mean, I'm trying to get the law so that I mentioned. Some of the names are very interesting. I'll pull it up. And we went through that phase. Shortly after that, we forgot about it all and went back to the same things. We saw people parading themselves as, this time they were rebranded as internal party security. The politicians are a problem. Okay, you passed the law, then you went back to rebrand the same groups that you had disbanded as internal party security, and then you deploy them at every by-election, every party event, every national political event. They are there, macho men, terrorizing people when we have a law. So I think the IGP is fortified. The IGP stands on the law, and I hope that he does what he says he's going to do. And if he is able to stand by his word, Ghana will stand with him. The media will stand with him. He shouldn't come and talk to us about Black Maria, and then when it comes for him to act, we won't see him, or we'll hear that the people are still being discharged. Because we have heard the politicians promise violence at Akwetia. We've heard them.
In anticipation of this by-election.
Exactly. We've heard them. They've openly declared violence. So let's target them. We know that they are prepared. Also be ready. In fact, one Black Maria is not enough. Because
we need more than one.
No, we need
prison
more than
on
one.
wheels.
Or we can have one and bundle everybody into it. It's supposed to be a prison, right?
That's right. On wheels.
On wheels.
Yes. And once you're caught, your next step is to go to your designated cell.
So it should be very direct and straightforward. If you don't have business in Akwetia, don't go there. But, we cannot regulate that because the parties have an interest. They have to campaign to ensure that now the NPP would have to come back strong, trying to reclaim one seat that would at least put them, give them one more advantage. Even though I'm wondering whether it will happen.
I mean, when you say advantage, what sort of advantage would that be? The
NDC had an absolute majority until the unfortunate happened and Comrade lost his life. The NDC had an absolute majority. This is what would give the NDC. The NDC could decide to do anything in Parliament, literally. The NDC could decide to run anything in Parliament, literally. But with the passing of Comrade, then it means that the NDC has come down, a step down. So if there was the opportunity for the NPP to win the 2 seats, Tamale Central and Akwatia, then the NPP would have at least inched up and balanced up to deny the NDC of that absolute majority. But we know it's not happening because as it stands now, NPP is not contesting Tamale Central.
Indeed.
And
so the status quo as it stands now should remain, depending on what happens in Akwatia.
In Akwatia.
Okay.
Yes, depending on what happens in Akwatia. But Akwatia is promising to be a dangerous place. The politicians themselves have declared that. And we need to be ready for them. That's why I'm saying that the IGP should not be scared. The declaration he's made, we are going to hold him by it. He has the law he's standing on. Ghana is behind him. The media is behind him. Unless his people go there and start attacking media men and women. If they focus on the job, they will get the support of the media. Because we cannot allow a few politicians continuously take us back.
That's right.
I mean, Ghana has a reputation. We have successfully conducted elections, handed over power from one party to the other. And all of these earned Ghana certain credentials and placed Ghana within a certain pedestal.
That's right.
Within the sub-region and the region.
Which have
and indeed the world.
Which have serious consequences directly linked to your pocket. So if you think, well, what do I care about that image? It means that there's economic growth. People feel comfortable to come to your country to invest and all of that.
Yes. So the investor who is coming is at peace. He knows that his investment is safe.
That's right.
He knows that the political system is robust. He knows that there cannot be a coup. He knows that the court system is transparent. It is up to it. If he gets a dispute, the judiciary is there to deal with his case judiciously. The investor knows that the business frameworks are all in place and will not be displaced or destabilized by some political overzealous political actor, and that the structures are there to deal with all of these things. So whether you live in Akwatia or not, this concerns you.
Absolutely. And
it's directly linked to your pocket. So let's not say that, it's a by-election in Akwatia or it's for Akwatia people. Let's not worry our heads over it. We saw Ayawaso West Wagon. We were here. I remember that morning, I was going to work and then the gunshots. And I was on that stretch.
My goodness.
So, and I know that I wasn't the only one. There were people who were also on that stretch going to work. A stray bullet could catch you. What would you do? So it is never not our problem.
That's right.
Those who think that they can always, like the ostrich, bury your head in the sand and pretend that the problem doesn't exist. Well, when they came for the Jew, I didn't complain.
That's right.
When they came for the Muslim, I didn't speak up. Now they have come for me and there's no one to speak for me. So know that your problems are linked to the rest of us. You are not alone.
Most definitely.
So I want to hope that the IGP will do as he says he will do. And the Black Maria will be there. If they cough, catch them.
Let it send a strong...
And let us charge them under the vigilantism law.
That's right.
Let that law work for once. Let it work for once. And if you arrest people and politicians are calling you, tell us who those politicians are.
That's right. He says he's not even going to pick. He says don't
he should
call.
Pick and record the call and send it to us. We'll play.
We had an interesting conversation last week with Wanda Madilo. He's part of the NDC's comms team, and he conceded. He says that both parties, the NPP and NDC, are complicit in this. He says it takes two to tango. So, of course, he's not going to say that it comes from one party. And he, in fact, expanded the tentacles of the conversation, talking about unemployment, drug use. He says even some of these home-built gyms that are breeding these macho men who are simply, seeking a way out. If you had something to do, if you're gainfully employed on a Tuesday morning, doing something profitable with yourself, who is going to call you for you to rush to an election post to go and foment trouble? And he says we have to start getting deeper into the reasons why. I mean, these are strong men who should be contributing positively to the GDP of the country, and yet, politicians will go promise them A, B, C, D.
And Helen, the sad part? These guys who get involved in these things, when they are hit, the parties don't attend to them. There's a report we have played here like that. I think it's one of the Asedeba reports. Is it Asedeba? We have that report here. One of the macho men, I think it's in the Bono area, he got hurt and they never attended to him. He said when it happened, they gave him, was it 100 cedis or 200 cedis to go to the hospital, and that was it. And at the time that the reporter was speaking to him in that documentary, he was into drug use. And his life,
had he been shot in the leg or something like that? I recall.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, shouldn't those stories guide you? Shouldn't those stories guide you that the person you are fighting for, you are hurt, the person neglects you, and you are still fighting? Shouldn't you be worried that that burden becomes a burden on your family, and the very politicians you are fighting for will not even contribute to your treatment? So what's your motivation? It's not like you are getting appointments. You don't have the qualification to get appointments. That's the bitter truth. A lot of the boys that they use for these things, they don't have the requisite qualifications to get appointments, to get into the CEO position, deputy CEO position. Even for a lot of them, they can't even employ them as regular staff in any of
Let's
these
say in an
entities.
admin role or whatever the case may be.
You can't even employ the person. And you are doing this to yourself. So what are you fighting for? You are fighting for someone else to come and chop. And when you call the person will not answer the call. That's what you are fighting for. Let's be realistic with ourselves. So you get wounded, you go back home. Your mother and father who are seated at home wondering about daily bread, they are the ones who now have to think about that added problem of your treatment.
That's right. And
the very politician you were fighting for vanishes into thin air. See the victims of the Ayawaso West Wagon violence. Well, they were not directly involved. A lot of the victims that were campaigning for them to be settled, a lot of them were not. They were bystanders. That's and right. All of that. But even they who were not involved, they were caught by stray bullets and all of that. See how they are suffering. How much more you that you are actively involved in the thing. And they are all seeing that you are the one causing the trouble. So let's sense up.
Absolutely.
Let's sense up.
Absolutely. I have high hopes for the security and protection of persons in and around Akwetia. I'll be sorely disappointed if all of this that we're hearing from the IGP doesn't come to fruition. The Black Maria over 600.
And we are not saying they should go assaulting and brutalizing people. That's not what we are saying. You have protocols. You have standards. Arrest them, put them in your Black Maria, and take them to the police station. And we shouldn't also, bundle people up and go and lock them in the cells and forget about them. Let them go through the process. The law says that when you are arrested within 24 hours, within 48 hours, you are to be brought before a court, for the court to then give an authority for them to remand you. That is, if there's any reason for that. So let the law work. That's what I'm saying, that the law is behind
Yohonu.
The law, he stands on the law. He has enough laws to be able to do what he says he will do. Let's see whether he has... I cannot say it again. He has the will to do it.
A word to the wise. I hope we'll get a chance to tour this Black Maria. Just get a look at the inside of it. Maybe for security purposes, that won't be done. But again, the countdown is on. Next week, make sure you're tuned into all of our platforms here. We are your election command center. Let me stick with 3news.com, and I highlighted this story, but we can get into the details. NPP primaries. You know that January 2026 has been slated by the NPP as the time within which a flag bearer will be elected. A lot has been said about top-bottom approach, bottom-top approach, but for many, it's in the right direction. A flag bearer, we're told, will rally the troops, as it were, will rally the party together behind a central figure. Interestingly, though, if you take a look at the NPP's constitution, their leader is their national chairman. So we juxtapose those two positions. Well, you be the judge of that. Well, NPP primaries, Bawumia condemns religious tribal comments against his candidature. And what does that story have to say? Full details again on 3news.com. I've managed to click myself out of it. But Sixtus, have you taken note of some of the unsavory back and forth that we're seeing? All right, here we go. Former Vice President Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia has expressed disappointment over certain comments coming from some of his contenders in the upcoming NPP presidential primary, describing some of these utterances against him as unfortunate. He has condemned what he describes as the tribal and religious campaign against him. Now, addressing party members in New York on Saturday night, August 23rd, 2025, during the 33rd anniversary celebration of NPP USA, Dr. Bawumia expressed disbelief over the development, which he said represented the views of only a few people in the party and not the true values of the NPP. Now, before his address yesterday, a viral video of a flag bearer aspirant, Dr. Brian Achampon, emerged, in which Achampon told delegates that the NPP ought to change Dr. Bawumia as its presidential candidate because, as a Mamprisi, the NPP lost Kusasi votes in 2024. Now, Sixtus, I highlight the story. It's one of the big ones on 3news.com because of this idea that once a flag bearer is elected for the biggest opposition party, that should quell some of the tensions that have been steadily brewing all throughout yesterday. You guys know I live on the socials. I mean, the comments from Camp A, Camp B, subliminals, what the young ones call shots, they were flying all across, left, right, center.
But the Daily Searchlight newspaper
to help? Yes.
Edited by Ken Crunchy. It has a headline here that says, "Stop twisting my words. Brian Achampon warns." I'm sure that he's saying he didn't say what they said he said.
Once I saw that viral video, about 30% of the comments said, "In 3, 2, 1, just wait for it. Let's wait for the rebuttal of stop taking my comments out of context." But I mean, I listened to the video, and I don't know. Sixtus, what do you make of the whole fiasco as it is?
I stand against, and this will not be the first time we have spoken against tribal politics on this same platform. On this very platform, we have condemned politicians who sought to, play the tribal card, say that this person is not worthy because the person is of tribe A or tribe Z, to say that this person is not worthy because the person is of this religious background. We have condemned all of those things. And I'm worried, but I'm not surprised. In the lead up to the 2024 elections, we saw comments like this come from the NPP itself. And you see, when we were busy condemning those comments, and some people described us as doing the bidding of another political party, they didn't realize that even within their own camps, these same things could brew up and pour on themselves. Look, the Constitution says that for you to become president of the Republic of Ghana, you must meet a certain criteria. And that criteria does not include where you come from.
Indeed.
It does not include where you worship or to which deity you profess. It does not include your height. It does not include your body size or body mass index.
Indeed.
It talks about your age, your sanity. I'm sure that now we have read academic qualifications into it and all of those things. So why do we continue doing this to ourselves? Is Bawumia the best person to lead the NPP? Is he the one who can take power from the NDC and bring you back into government in 2025, 2026? 2028, right?
2028, that's right.
Is Bawumia the kind of candidate you need? So why not rally behind him? Is Brian Achampong the candidate who can bring the party back to power? Is Kennedy Achampong the candidate that has what it takes to bring the party back to power? So why all these internal, debting that will come back to hurt you anyways? Now you have said that the man, because he's of a certain tribe, he is unfit to be president, to lead the party. So if he eventually wins the flag bearership, what kind of campaign do you expect from your opponents? They'll use the same card against you. You yourself say the man is unfit to be president, and you turn around and elect him. You have weaponized your candidate.
You've given free ammunition to your opponent.
Why? I know it is not forgetfulness. I know they don't forget that whatever happens in the lead up to the flag bearership election can easily be used against them. Because if you go on that tangent, he's a Muslim, he's not able to bring in the Christian vote. He's a Mampushi, so he cannot, the people will not vote for him, or he cannot deal with the conflict, so he's unqualified to become, or not unqualified, unworthy to become, or he doesn't have what it takes to hold the party together. If the person cannot hold your own party together, you think that we can entrust our country into his hands? Can he hold the country together? So politicians have to be careful with how they do this internal politicking. And a lot of the times it is dirtier than the
what
inter-party.
We see, yes, on the national scale.
It is dirtier, which is sad.
It is indeed. And we say this all the time. We want a strong, healthy, vibrant opposition that keeps government on its toes. We want and we need it. Because sometimes when we get into these conversations, one might ask, well, why do you care? What is the big deal? Trust me. Trust me, at the time when you will need that opposition vibrantly doing its work and you see it in shambles or potential shambles, then it's too late, because you want to ensure that government knows that it's being kept on its toes, not just by the citizens, but by their development partners.
I spoke about the NDC's absolute majority in parliament, and I said they could literally and practically do anything they wanted. Just imagine that right now, Parliament can pass any law because the NDC has an absolute majority. So Parliament could pass any law that will put anybody at a very discomfortable place.
Indeed.
So why don't we ensure that the opposition that we have, whether it is micro opposition or minor opposition or mighty opposition, whatever descriptive you want to use, but it should be empowered, it should be loud enough to be able to protect the rest of us, which is one of the reasons why for some of us, when you watch my friend Afenyo Makin, leader of the caucus in parliament, and the things that he does, you can understand that as leader of the opposition, this is what he's supposed to be doing. You may disagree with him. You may not like his approach or strategy.
Right.
But he is living up to his role as opposition leader. And mind you, there's no flag bearer anywhere. So he's literally the opposition president, whether you like it or not. The NPP has no flag bearer. The PNC is dead. The CPP is dead.
Electric shock. Electric shock.
Oh. When was the last time you heard anything from the PNC or the CPP?
No.
My brother Bernard Mona is former flag bearer of the PNC, immediate past flag bearer of the PNC. My friend, your friend, Awingobit. He's the national chairman of the PNC. When was the last time you heard anything from the PNC? When? The CPP doesn't even have leadership.
It will be up
my
until
own party, the CPP. Before you come for me, I'm a member of the CPP. The CPP doesn't even have leadership.
We are away.
Thank you.
Kwame Jantwa says, give some time. Give some time.
What time?
Give some time.
What time?
Being late. Give some time.
All the other APC, do they even have members? Beyond the constant flag bearer, Hassan Ayariga. Do they have a national chairman? Do they have a general secretary? We see all those people only when it is election year. Am I lying? That is what we see. That when it is election year and IPAC is very busy, that is when we hear from Mordecai as a APC secretary or organizer or something. I've forgotten. After the election, we don't hear anything from them again. APC, we don't hear anything from them. Mention one political party that has said anything since after December.
Movement for Change, but it's
not a party.
They said they are lacing their boots to become a party. They've been teasing us since the start of the year.
They are beginning to disappoint us.
How so? Because
you have been from right after the elections with the euphoria and all. We have not heard from you. You have come to throw a teaser that you will soon be changed into a political party.
Indeed.
We have been waiting. It's been 8 months down the line. Your flag bearer was asked in one of the engagements. I read somewhere he appeared on one platform and he was asked whether he will be contesting. Remember, we were asking those questions here. He said yes, he will contest. He said you can trust that I'll be on the ballot. They ask him using which vehicle. He says when the time is ripe, I will tell.
We shouldn't get too excited until we see some real action coming from the Yellow Army.
We need to see some real action coming from the Yellow Army. We need to. So as we speak right now, the point I'm trying to make is that the NPP is the only credible opposition we have. Whether we like it or not, the NPP is the only credible opposition we have.
The NPP is the only opposition that we have.
Credible.
The only credible opposition that we have.
Yes.
Okay, Sixtus, let me quickly run through the news center headline, and we'll open up the phone lines, and then, of course, sports will be coming your way. Time check, it is some 27 minutes past the hour of 7. You're still locked into the best breakfast show in all of the land. This is still 3FM Sunrise on 3FM 92.7. The front page of the news center newspaper. Tribal politics dangerous for NPP's progress. You've got a picture of former Vice President Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia on the front page. Also, Ponkruma inspects new school blocks in Ofuasi Eyubi. You know, he's the NP in that constituency. Now, after 26 billion Ghana cedi financial sector cleanup, 6 big banks in crisis, unlikely to meet capital requirements and require mergers or bailouts. Fitch warns. WAEC releases 2025 BECE provisional results. Do stick with us throughout the morning. We'll talk more about BECE and also Bagre Dam spillage. 81 people dead, 120,000 lives displaced, some 76,000 farms lost. It's that time of the year again where sadly we have to revisit the issue of the Bagre Dam. Stick with us. Also, the Daily Searchlight. Moral voices rise to Tokonu's defense. Sophia Kufu and Ninyeboa, Jones Doche, others testify on behalf of CJ Tokonu. You'll recall that this is an issue that is still ongoing. Christiane Japan consoles families. Accident victims donate some 80,000 Ghana cedis. That's Kennedy Ohene Japan's wife, I believe. And then we have Stop Twisting My Words. Brian Echampon warns. Stop twisting my words. He says, Ridge Hospital saga nurse sues activist for some 7 million Ghana cedis. Another conversation that's on our agenda this morning. Make sure you're not tuning off. I know our phone lines are bleeping at the moment. Let me plug the numbers.
Before that, Helen, I am reminded that You see, I was talking about the macho men who work for the parties, and I say there's nothing for them because they don't have the qualifications and all of that.
Right.
So I'm reminded that a lot of them are hope to become national security operatives when their party wins.
In fact, that's the pipeline, isn't it? From internal security to national security.
But isn't that in itself also very dangerous?
Absolutely.
That we are literally making vigilantes, giving our national security into the hands of vigilantes,
Absolutely.
Which is what resulted in what happened at Ayawaso West Wagon, because the truckloads of people who went to visit that mayhem on innocent civilians, we were told, were not from national security, as in national security. They were wearing uniforms suggestive of they coming from national security, but they were actually not national security. We were told at the commission's hearing. Okay, so all of that is a problem. And that report I was talking about is also either Evans Inkum or Ibrahim Abubakar.
Maybe we can get a playback of that.
There are lessons that if you want to fight for a political party, you have to learn. And the lessons already abound from people who come before you.
Absolutely.
Let's learn from them. Let's not kill ourselves or put burden on our families because we are fighting for politicians who forget us when they win power. Common phone call, they won't answer.
0559-242, I will answer your call. 717 or 0556-910-154. Our phone lines are open, they're activated. Let's hear from you. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Sister Helen.
Yes, who's speaking? Where are you calling us from?
My name is Ajana Wan from Dominican.
How's Dominican this morning?
Fine. We are living well.
Fantastic, fantastic. Let's hear you. What are your thoughts this morning?
Thank you very much. Let me say good morning to my workaholic Deputy Election Director, Martin Gibril. When it comes to 1, 2, 3 this man, you cannot take it from him. I know Akwetia will be one of ours coming second September. My sister, and I guess your brother just mentioned something that if one of the securities, when party comes to power, it becomes national security. Yes, it's supposed to be so.
Oh, we lost that caller. I was eager to find out why it's supposed to be so. Do call us back. Let me get on to my second caller. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, my sister.
Pastor Dewale, great to hear your voice. How are you doing?
Oh, by His grace. The weekend you have been so powerful.
Fantastic. What made it so powerful?
I was surprised yesterday at church done. You know, a family was just touched, which was not part of my congregation. They came to visit us and to also sow seed into God's work. And even I've also pledged to build a mission house, which we have just started at the foundation level. So that I will tell people that it's not about the forecasting prophecy. It's not about the magic in the name of prophecy. I leave it to God. God himself will build his work.
Amen.
And on that note, let me salute the two family all the way from Oti region, the Brani, who came yesterday. He paid us a visit, put smile in the face of every congregant yesterday. On behalf of EP Church, Chukome Botiano, Ghana. My sister, my brother should not give up. CPP is still alive.
CPP is still alive.
CPP is still alive. You know,
Pastor Dewale, is CPP really alive? We are all here. We're not hearing. We're not seeing the action. Really?
You know one thing? I blame our forebears, who some of us were stomach politicians. MPP and NDC have only survived on the wheel of CPP. I'm telling you today. They have survived on the wheel of CPP. We know some gurus which have nepotised into MPP, into NDC, who are rare Nkrumahs. Even the late Professor Tamis, to me, was an Nkrumah. Look at the way he eulogized Nkrumah. But I hope it's not lost, Brad Status. General Champon came in the walking shadow of Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. So on that note, people should watch out for National Redemption Congress. You know, Champon was National Redemption Council. We will metaphor a Champon ideology into party. I'm telling you, come 2028. You mark it. Take record of it. On that note, 51 years ago, when our Champon constructed double-lane roads from Accra to Sawam, no successful government have thought to add on. It was 2 years interval to my sister. On the day he changed Ghana from right to left drive, which was 4th August 1974, he cut short for the road. After 2 years, it was completed. Well asphalted, the first ever, and no record have been added to beat up. Just 2 years interval. When I did my calculation, my sister, if successful government have continued, by 1986, Kumasi Accra Highway should have been double lane. Maybe only maintenance work will be added on. If you look at what Achampong did, the legacies are still there. So this morning, Brother Festus, and all Nkrumah is, let's come together and rally and start a National Redemption Congress. Even the CPC, we can revive it again. Have a blessed morning.
Have a blessed morning, Pastor Dewale. He says the CPP will be making a comeback come 2028. Hello, good morning.
Good morning,
Ben. Happy Monday. How are we doing?
Not bad at all. I thank my Heavenly Father for my life and yours as well.
Everything is well.
We thank Father Mighty God. Anyway, let me say good morning to TDC boss, Courage Makafu Nimukuku, and my MC, Honorable of guys. You see, my dear sister, Odewale, just be patient. President John Mahama is here to raise Ghana, and he will leave a good legacy to maintain the NDC in power for long. So don't worry. We have a listening government. That is why we say Abampa Papa. And the legacy that John Mahama is about to set, it will overwhelm and it will let the NDC sustain power each and every time. And you see, people of Abuja constituency, we are pleading with you people. Be part of the history making. Be part of the true test. The impotent what? Elephants can't offer you anything. Just ask yourself, when they were in power for 8 years, were they able to bring development to Akotia? No. Don't let them deceive you. As you are voting on the 2nd of September, vote for the umbrella. The umbrella is in to bring development. I'm begging you, don't be deceived. They can't offer you anything. They were in power for 8 years. They were impotent. Naturally, you see, and Akotia area is known for what? Illegal mining. So don't let the MPP candidate lure you. Please, it's high time you choose wisely. Choose the NDC, the umbrella. Johama is in to set a good legacy. Be part of the history making. Let Akotia be added to test majority in parliament. Don't listen to them. We have a better plan for Akotia.
Thank you, Eben. Have a blessed morning. Let me get on to the next caller. Hello, good morning. Who's speaking?
Good morning, sister.
Wane Kasi.
From the bright because I'm from Abusokai.
How is Abosokai this morning?
Nyamia do Abusokai fine. Nyamia di achi again. You deserve musumo here.
Bibia Boko. Let's hear you, please.
Maminchia honorable Alaji Okondo and Anopi, any honorable Piketi, Nyamia come now. Mesre Akutia for the time now to say, yes, Omoko to Aba. Second. Yes, NDC candidate me no. Omombo Modian say Ombetu Abano Ediamano. And now Akutia for Yempe Basabasa Yudia.
Sa pepe.
About what dear, Jinchre. Mo bi enko sisa macho men enko ye nyama bia ensen fasha ukọ awakotu aba na wako ofie obi biara obekọ se ukọ sisa obi e di akọ akotia ama makoye basabasa wo no no IGP anya ka kire mo now IGP so on pomodian se obedi ni bohye ne so obi biara se bi se obedi nkosasem e wo akotia bia no ombo modian se ma ebeso ne mu na ya chi ni pan na di na kotum because ye pese basabasa bia deti akotia forso enhwe se ombetu abama candidate a odi development ebe bro mu e wo mu peke mu onu eye NDC candidate no ye sre galamse ye besre omo mu say su esa asase no omo njai no mu ma asase no enwo ye wo kwanya bebre so ombetime tu galamse this is so kwa na ese mu ko se no anasa asase a ye di ato ye se na nka omo ebi mu embetu nti ye sre omo so omo njai asase na omo se no
Thank you. Some wise words there from our last caller. He says, anybody fomenting trouble or looking to foment trouble in Akwetia should cease and desist. And also he says, say no to Galamsey. Let's get on to my next caller. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, my sister. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Who am I speaking with, please?
Yeah, this is Lincoln.
Akwetia man, Lincoln. Happy Monday to you. How are you doing?
I'm doing well, my sister.
Fantastic. Let's hear you,
Yes.
please.
Good morning to Sirakola President Joe Ashama and Honorable Thomas Appiah-Ampofo, Deputy Finance Minister. I'm happy when I heard the IGP put out measures that they are going to use for the Kotia election, by election. My sister, I heard the IGP say something that I haven't heard of it before.
What is that? The Black Maria.
Hallelujah. My sister, the Black Maria, and I heard it. I clinched. Look, I think it's going to be, there is another name for it, the prison or cells on the wheels.
Yes,
am I right?
that's right. Prison on wheels, a.k.a. Black Maria.
Madam, that is going to be swift. When you are arrested, they put you in that box. Now the police is not going to find that, is not going to find it difficult sending people to region district to put them in cells. The cell is available on the field. So if you say you are a macho man, either you are an MPP or you are an NDC macho man, that Mr. Christian Yetete Yohuno is ready to deal with troublemakers. And I'm very, very happy about it, my sister. The Maria, what's the name?
Black Maria. Black Maria.
Black Maria.
Yes.
Yes. That is how it's supposed to be.
Most certainly.
So let me congratulate the police. And we are expecting that they will do the work as they promised. And then we will take it from there, heading towards 2028 elections. Thank you so much, my sister.
Thank you so much for that. A lot of you very eager to see the Black Maria in action. Let me get on to my next caller. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Auntie Helen.
Who am I speaking with?
Mr. Common Sense.
Mr. Common Sense, Abolo. Long time no speak. Hope you're doing well.
To God be the glory.
Absolutely. Let's hear your thoughts this morning.
Let me say good morning to Courage Makafui Nenekweku, MD of TDC, and in charge of operation, Alaji Yaokondo. My sister, you know, some of us, we are happy hearing this name. You see, Black Marine, and your inward discussion, it looked like people have problem with party supporters or party strongmen that protected party bosses recruited into national security. And I'm happy the IGP have come up with this special training out of the police service. So are you telling me, or some people want to tell me, if they recruited a strongman or party strongman, it doesn't mean we don't know our left and right, or we don't know how to write our names. So if they are being recruited into national security, can't they train them and specialize them on some special duties?
I think that's the training, as long as there's special training. But is there always that special training, Mr. Common Sense? I think that is the question we want to know. Is there special training?
I'm talking to you. There is a special training. You cannot be recruited to the service without any training. People are being trained 2 weeks, giving them special training. At least every year they go back and learn, and people that have qualified will be going to training at Tesano for sidearms and that sort. So I don't understand if people know maybe Abolo as an NDC person have been in national security, there it become a problem. So who are those who will be recruited to do the service? As we are going to this, can't you see they said inside the police they have another special groups. So I don't see it. So because of this, it will be hard for our party people and especially the NDC. When we are going for election, every constituency have people that they train them to monitor boxes, and they have done that. And out of this, let me end on Akotia. May I say they should use common sense to vote. Because when you vote for NPP person, he will come and give you an excuse, my party is not in government. When you vote for NDC person, he will tell them my party is in government, and they'll get development. They should vote for development, and they should not go and vote for excuse. Have a good morning, my sister.
Have a fantastic morning, Mr. Common Sense. We can't disregard the role of internal party security. He says there's special training that they undergo in order to be part of national security. We park it here for community voices. Apologies, I can't take any more calls. Billy-Sean is in the house. Award-winning. Okay?
Hi, Helen.
If you come, you see a big picture of him here. Don't get it twisted. Bill, good to see you.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm okay. Weekend was okay. We're back Monday, full of vim and vigor.
Yeah, and I like the hair.
Yes, I don't know what one they call top bun.
Oh, that's what they call it.
I've named it.
I've
named it top bun. That's what's going on.
Nice.
Thank you so much. EPL is back in full force.
Yep.
Oh my goodness! Every time EPL rolls around, I remember why it is one of the hottest leagues on the planet.
You told me your club is Crystal Palace.
It is Crystal Palace. Okay. It is Crystal Palace. You know, last year we had last season was a good season for. Watch us. Palace, so
you sent Eze to us.
Yeah.
You sent Eze your star to us.
Don't worry, we are breeding more stars.
Oh, okay.
Of course, sports is up next, but this is still 3FM Sunrise on 3FM 92.7.